Hi everybody, I'm Dave and this is Danny, and today we're going to be working on the swing dances. We're going to start with just in general swing movement. You can put it into your East Coast swing, your West Coast swing, jitterbug, things like that, because we're working on the rhythm method. Like we said before, most times you go to videos and they teach you patterns. They show you a pattern and that's it, do it. But they don't show you how to do it, they don't show you how to dance it, they don't show you how to connect and things like that. That's what these are here for, to teach you how to dance, not to do patterns. Now, number one is, we're going to start right from the beginning and go up and try and cover as many of the bases as we can. Okay? First of all, we have to get in dance posture. We can't dance straight up and down, or we can't use ballet posture. Ballet posture is straight up and down, and that is for creating nice lines. We're trying to create a rhythm. The only way you create a rhythm is you get into the ground by, first of all, bending your knees. Okay, now we don't mean to bend them and go way down to the floor. There's also a component of bending the knees and pushing your knees forward. Okay, so if I push my knees forward, my heels come off the ground, and eventually I will fall forward. Now what we do, we just do enough of that, we push it far enough forward that we just take the weight off of our heels, but we don't pick our heels up. We touch the ground with our heels. So then you're down a little bit and you're forward. We call it positive. If you're just standing there, you're neutral. If you're like this, you're negative. If you come to the balls of your feet, go forward a little bit, you're positive. Now, next thing is, that's it. Breaking the knees, now we break our pelvic. To create some rhythm, we have to keep our back straight, but angle forward. And remember, a lot of times we're exaggerating these things so you can see it on film, okay? And then you might want to practice it that way, okay, until you get the feeling, then you can come out of it a little bit, but this always has to be broken, otherwise you have no feeling in your dancing. With no feeling and rhythm in your dancing, you don't feel anything, and when you connect with a partner, you don't feel them, and your movements can't synchronize, okay? Just by doing this, that takes care of that. So that's the main thing for posture at this level. You keep your knees bent down and forward, and you angle forward. Now that does another good thing for your balance, because if you take a step, that puts your center right over your front knee, and that's where it stays. So there's a big triangle there. Your sternum goes down into your knee, this is back a little bit, so that's the peak of your triangle, and you have that connection right there. That's what you want to keep for all couple dances. That's what makes them easy and enjoyable. Now, to start swing, now let's create some rhythm in that body. We got our posture, it's ready to create some rhythm. The first thing we do, there are a lot of little things going on. We're going to start with number one is our knees. We're going to do this. We're just going to step, step, step. That's it. That's all. Step. Now we're stepping, but the more important part is we're lifting our knees. Now most people think that you time out the music by hitting the floor with your foot. That's incorrect. It's more correct to think of it as lift, 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 lift. Okay? And we call it banging the table, as if you had a table here and you're banging your knees up into the table to count out the timing of the music. That's more accurate than trying to hit the floor on time with the music. Lift, 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 lift. Then we do the rhythm of the swing. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, like I said, we're exaggerating it. Later on, it'll just go into something real small and create a nice subtle rhythm, but right now, we're lifting it up so you can see it. Bum, keep going, Danny. Bum, quick, quick, bum, quick, quick, stop. Good. I'm sorry, switch legs one more time. Boom. Okay, pick this one way up, lean forward. Okay, so now you can see here that triangle. This thigh goes up into a rib cage, and right here's the peak of the triangle. That's your rhythm triangle. So we have two triangles there. One where it's a thigh into the rib cage, then the other one, which is your sternum, you can put it down now, okay, which is your sternum going down into the knee. So here's your bigger triangle, and you have this little triangle inside of it. So you have those two triangles going on, very important rhythm triangles. So we take it from there. So we start with our slows, slow, slow. Then we do our triple step. 1, 2, 1, 2. So we do 3 steps in 2 counts of music. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, or 3, 4. Exactly. Da dum dum, bum bum bum. Right. Now, the rhythm of the dance also has a walk-walk in it. So in all the swing dances, you either have triple steps or double steps. You have triple steps and rock steps or triple steps and walk steps, but that's it. So we're going to start with our triple step and go triple step, then walk, walk. Triple step, walk, walk. Triple step, walk, walk. That's it. That's your rhythm for the dance. Rhythm doesn't go anywhere. That's all inside you. That's contained inside you. This nice rhythm going in your body, and there are a lot more parts to it. This is just the start of it. There's hundreds of parts, and they're not hard, but it does take time to get them all and to get them incorporated into your dancing so it feels good, okay? So that's the rhythm, okay? And this is especially important for the follower, because all the follower is supposed to do is get a center, get a rhythm, then follow. They're not supposed to know any patterns. But unfortunately, when we take a class, the leaders don't know how to lead yet, so we have to teach the followers the patterns. Now, if you do patterns for too long, then all of a sudden you become a pattern dancer, and you're not a natural dancer, and so you're restricted a whole lot. You get nowhere near the enjoyment you can have of it. So remember that. Dancing is not doing patterns. If you're doing patterns, you're probably not dancing. You have to graduate from that. So we have to structure it, okay, so that you can learn, but then later on we explode the structure so we have complete freedom in the dancing, okay? So to give you an example, so now if we're doing our rhythm, triple step, 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 triple step. Now, if I wanted to go back for a rock step, I give her a little push-pull. That's all. Right here, a little push-pull. Now what happens here is we hold the hands to be able to get communication between the two bodies. She holds her hand here, and I push against her hand. Her hand does not move, okay? It just stays. And also, it doesn't stay stiff. We have a big problem with that too. You know, people holding on real stiff, real tense. There's no tension, there's no resistance in dancing. It's all nice and limber, but this just stays, and as soon as I pressure, she lets her body respond, okay? Not pushing real hard in the arm like that. I just give a little pressure, and it builds. 1, 2, 3, pressure and pressure. So as I'm doing that triple step, I'm building the pressure ahead of time so she knows to do the rock step later. So we can't lead and expect her to go at the same time. We have to give her advance notice. So as I'm here, triple step, I start pushing gently. Right at the time when she's done with the first triple, she feels that build up and she knows to go back and forth. So be considerate that way. Too many people come in here, triple step, triple, and then they just push, pull, and they're knocking you all over the place, okay? So we have and triple step, triple push, pull. You notice how the hand didn't move. This stays neutral. We push and pull, triple step, a little push. Oh, also the hand hold, remember, okay, that's it, okay? Our fingers stay cupped. She does the same thing, see? And we hold just like that. If I pull on our fingers. If I push, I just push my palm into her knuckles. That's it. We're not white knuckle dancers. We don't hold on. We don't press that thumb down. No thumbs, especially for the leaders. No thumbs. Nice and loose, nice and comfortable so we can stay loose in our dancing. Triple step, triple push, pull step, triple step, pull. Now also, we're going to offset a little bit, but to let her know to go that way, I take this hand and I turn it like that, and I also bring it out here. So we have two leads, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do that on 8, not 1, so she knows a beat ahead of time what's going on. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? And 1, 2, 3, 4, a push, pull, turn out. Then I turn it in just a little bit, and she knows just by that. If you're keeping this neutral, she can read that quite easily. And if you're not getting a lot of bounce in your dancing, if you're getting too much bounce, too much noise, we call it, you might not pick up the lead. That's why, next, by the time the movement gets to our sternum, the bottom of our sternum, that's your center. The bottom of your sternum is your center. So I don't care how much you're using your legs, by the time it gets here, it is dead flat for all couple dancing. It doesn't bounce. Bounce is bad. Pulse is good. So that means you can lift your legs up as high as you want, but you're not going to bounce. And you can read each other. You can keep your balance. You can read a lot easier. But as soon as you start bouncing, then, you know, the follower's going, okay, was that a lead or was that a bounce? Was that noise or was that an indication? Okay. When it's still, it's like being in a library. It's very easy to read. Okay, as opposed to being outside where there's cars and trucks and buses and everything going, it's real hard to concentrate. Same thing here. So we keep that centered, and that is your basic movement for swing. We're going to put that in East Coast swing and West Coast. So practice that, and then go on to lesson 2.